The Cincinnati Bengals are facing a massive decision right now that could change the future of their secondary forever. A top-tier talent is falling down the draft boards because of a serious medical concern. If Duke Tobin takes the risk, he might land a superstar for almost nothing. But if the injury is too bad, it is just a wasted pick. Before we dive into this high-stakes situation, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated on all our Bengals news today. Germode McCoy is the name everyone is talking about as we head into the final rounds of the draft. This young man was once seen as a top 15 talent in the entire country. He was a lockdown defender at Tennessee who looked like a future star in the professional ranks. However, news has broken about a very serious knee injury that is scaring teams away. He has a bone plug in his knee to fix a cartilage problem, and there are fears he might need another surgery soon. This could keep him off the field for over a year. The Bengals already took Germode Davis in the third round to help their defense. Adding another young cornerback might seem like overkill to some people, but you have to look at the value here. Germode Davis is a great addition, but Germode McCoy was projected to be much better before the medical flags came out. Duke Tobin and the front office have 5 picks left on the final day of the draft. They have to decide if they want to use one of those picks on a player who might not play for a long time. It is a classic gamble for a team like Cincinnati. They need depth and they need playmakers. This young defender allowed very few catches when he was healthy. He showed he can run fast and jump high during his pro day. The talent is clearly there for everyone to see, but the health is a giant question mark that no one can answer for sure. Some teams have taken him off their list entirely because they are so worried. Other teams are still interested because they see the potential. Bengals have been aggressive in building their defense during the first 2 days. Bringing in Germode Davis was a smart move for the present. Now they have to decide if they want to invest in the future with a risky but talented prospect. Every single scout in the building is looking at the medical reports with a magnifying glass right now. It is tough. Germode McCoy is still only 20 years old, which is a big reason why teams are still thinking about him. When you look at his tape from the 2024 season, it is hard not to be impressed. He only gave up 31 catches on over 60 targets. That is the kind of production that usually gets a player drafted in the first round. He earned one of the highest coverage grades in the nation from the experts who watch every single play. Even though he did not play at all in 2025, those numbers from his last active season are still fresh in everyone's minds. He is a fast and fluid athlete who can stick to wide receivers like glue. During his workouts, he ran a very fast 40-yard dash and showed off an impressive vertical jump. This shows that his body can still perform at a very high level when he is pushed. The big concern is how long that knee will hold up in the tough environment of the professional league. For the Bengals, this is about finding a diamond in the rough. If he can get healthy and return to his old form, he would be a steal for any team. He could move the needle for the defense in a way that most late-round picks never do. Imagine having a top-tier cornerback talent joining the team for the cost of a 6th or 7th round pick. That is how you build a championship roster without spending all your money. The locker room would benefit from having another young and hungry player competing for a spot. It creates a culture where everyone has to work harder to keep their job. The what-if factor here is massive. What if his knee heals perfectly and he becomes a starter? What if he comes back stronger than ever? These are the questions Duke Tobin is asking himself right now. The reward could be a lockdown defender for the next decade. The Bengals have the picks to make it happen if they feel brave enough. This situation matters because it could help the Bengals win more games in the very near future. We all know that you can never have enough good players in the secondary. If a team has too many injuries at cornerback, they start losing games very quickly. By taking a chance on a player with high upside, the team is protecting itself against future failure. It is much better to have a talented player waiting in the wings than to have to sign someone off the street. If this move works out, it means the defense will be faster and stronger. It means they can stop the best pass catchers in the league more effectively. We have seen how hard it is to win when the defense is struggling to get off the field. A player like this could be the difference between a win and a loss in a big game. The impact on the season could be huge if he is able to contribute even a little bit. It is also about the message it sends to the rest of the league. It shows that the Bengals are willing to be smart and take calculated risks to get better. They are not just playing it safe and taking average players. They are swinging for the fences to find true stars. This kind of thinking is what helps teams stay at the top for a long time. It simplifies the goal for everyone involved. The goal is to get the best players on the field to help the team succeed. Even if there is a risk of him not playing right away, the potential payoff is worth the wait. It is about building a wall on defense that no one can get through. We want to see this team lifting a trophy at the end of the year. Making moves like this is a step in that direction. It gives the fans hope that the front office is doing everything possible to win games for us. There are two very different ways this story could end for the Bengals. Let us look at the best-case scenario first. If the team drafts this prospect and his knee heals up, they have a superstar. He could become a starting cornerback and shut down the best receivers in the division. He would be playing on a very cheap contract, which helps the team keep other star players. It would be a total home run for the front office. But then there is the worst-case scenario that we have to consider. If his knee never gets better, the team loses a draft pick for nothing. He might spend the next 2 years on the injury list and never see the field. That is a wasted opportunity to bring in someone else who could have helped on special teams. There is also the added tension of his agency, Athletes First. They have a history of being very tough to deal with. We saw this in the past during the negotiations with Jesse Bates. There is a chance the agency might try to steer him away from certain teams. They might want him to go undrafted so he can pick his own destination. This adds another layer of drama to the whole situation. If the Bengals try to draft him, will the agency make things difficult? It is a high-stakes game of poker between the team and the representatives. The emotional tension is real for the fans who want to see the team get better. We are all waiting to see if the name gets called or if he slips through the cracks. If it works, everyone looks like a genius. If it fails, people will question why the risk was taken in the first place. Short sentences and quick decisions will define this part of the draft. The clock is ticking and the choices are getting harder. Every pick matters when you are trying to build a winner for the city. To sum it all up, the Bengals have a very difficult choice on their hands with Germode McCoy. He is a premier talent with a very concerning medical history. On one hand, you have a player who could be a cornerstone of your defense for a long time. On the other hand, you have a serious knee injury that could end his career before it even starts. Duke Tobin has to weigh the massive potential against the very real risk of failure. It is the ultimate draft day dilemma. Be honest with me, would you trust a rookie with a bone plug in his knee to be a part of this team's future? It is a tough question that every fan is debating right now. We want the best for our team, but we also do not want to see resources go to waste. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should the Bengals take the gamble or stay far away? Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more exclusive Bengals news. We are your home for everything black and orange. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss updates.